going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, and if you haven't heard by now, Vicario has undergone surgery, and it's just so classic Tottenham, isn't it? We can't have nice things on the back of an amazing victory where Vicario was, definitely putting his best display in a Spurs shirt. It looks as though he has undergone surgery, and he's going to be out for a number of months, moving forward into this season. It's just so frustrating, isn't it?
It's gutting. It's a massive blow, just off the back of arguably his best game in a Tottenham shirt as well, away at Man City. It's crazy to think when you watch back that game now, given the new context of that game, he played about an hour with a fractured ankle, which is crazy to think about, considering how amazing he was, especially in the second half as well, and the saves he was making. Not only that, the way he was coming to collect crosses, how strong he was being as well. And you now consider he did all of that with a fractured ankle, pretty much. It's very Sonny against Villa vibes, where he got a brace with a broken arm and scored a last-minute winner, and then he was ruled out for 3 months the following day. Obviously, it's a massive blow, and can't underestimate that, because he's such an important part of how we build up, his sweeper keeping. And he's unbelievable shot stopper, probably one of the best in the Premier League at shot stopping. So the fact he's going to be missing for 3 months, just all that positivity from that City game, it's a massive blow. And to happen so quickly after that, and apparently it's taken all the players and the coaching staff by surprise, because they didn't think his injury was going to be that bad. But we were watching the game in the stadium, and we saw, didn't we, when he went down, he obviously was down for a while, and then when we had a throw in, I can't remember if it was Ben Davies or a doggy, but he was about to throw it back to him, and he went like, no, don't throw it back to me. And then he was limping for a bit, and we were both saying, oh God, this guy, he looks done. He looks like you got to get him off, because he can't stand straight. And he seemed to run it off, and I thought maybe at half time will they assess it. He came back out, he looked absolutely fine. In fact, not just fine, he was brilliant. And now we're hearing the news, out for 3 months or a number of months.
He was limping after the game, and I was quite worried when I saw that in the stadium. When I saw the pictures on social media as well, I was definitely worried when I saw him limping after the game, because you would have thought if he would have brushed off an injury, the limp wouldn't have been there after the game. So I did think an injury was coming. I just didn't think it was going to be as bad as this. This is gutting news, and it's just classic Spurs, isn't it? Like, after such a big performance, terrible news has to follow after that. We just can't have nice things here at Tottenham, which is the most frustrating thing about it. But obviously, our thoughts are with Big Vic at this moment in time, and I hope he makes a speedy recovery. But let's look at the way that Spurs broke the news, because it just took many people by surprise last night. What time was it? It was like 7:30 at night. They say, we can confirm that Vicario has today undergone surgery for a fracture of his right ankle. Guillermo will be assessed by our medical staff to determine when he can return back to training. We're all with you, Big Vic. And then Vicario took to social media as well, and he says, sometimes football gives you its highs, and sometimes it challenges you in ways that you don't expect. I played for 60 minutes at the Etihad with a broken ankle, giving absolutely everything I had for the team. Unfortunately, there was no way around this one. I needed surgery. I'm disappointed I won't be able to help the team for a while, which is very frustrating. Makes me think, like, if this is the extent of the injury, surely he would have been assessed or checked at half time. Like, what is that all about?
Obviously, I don't know the processes they go through, but some fans are suggesting, the swelling around the ankle might have prevented them from actually seeing what was the damage caused, and preventing them from seeing a break. And the fact that he was able to continue, they probably felt like it couldn't have been a break, because he wouldn't be able to stand on it if it was a break. But clearly they wrapped him up and they gave him painkillers, and he was just able to power through it somehow with adrenaline and whatnot. And he was putting in such a good performance. Someone would probably thinking at that point, how are you putting in that performance if your ankle's broken or fractured? So I think it was a superhuman effort from Vic to get through that, but clearly a massive oversight from the medical team, which is a massive shame. I wonder how much worse he did make it if he would have gone off immediately. Was it something that turned into a fracture because he, kept putting pressure on it and he carried on, or was it fractured immediately from that challenge, I think, from Savio at the time? So I guess we'll never know at this point. But yeah, it's just a massive blow because he's been so consistent and so good for us. I know he's had his critics this season, but definitely of late, and definitely since the Arsenal game, I think he's been really, really consistent and really good. And he makes so many important saves and so many key moments. And especially that City game, he was just outstanding, wasn't he? One of the best keeping performances, I think, this season. So it's going to be a tall order, big shoes to fill for Big Fraser. He's a big bloke, but yeah, we'll have to hope he can fill in.
Yeah, we got a bloody hope so.